Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 6. Last episode, we pretty much just found our way to the castle, and also found a bunch of lizards, including an abandoned one, and a small keep that we can't really go into right now, where a portal is being held. We'll go in there eventually, I'm certain, probably very soon. For now, however, we've reached the castle, it's time to enter. Alright. You enter the castle courtyard. You have never been here before. Frankly, you expected something nicer. It is small, shadowy, and packed with practicing soldiers and merchant caravans. Pack lizards snap at passing bureaucrats, and warriors even younger than you fling spears inexpertly at practice dummies. You look around, your mouth hanging open, completely unsure where in this chaos you're supposed to go. Finally, a guard takes pity on you. Sighing, he points to the building to the east and says, "Reporting soldiers go there. Find Mary, Hugh. She'll know where you're supposed to go." That said, the guard stalks off. Okay. You have something to say, though. There is a young Avernite woman pacing around in the courtyard. Her clothes are torn and dirty. Looks like she traveled a very long way to get here. You notice that the guards and soldiers are trying very hard to ignore her. When you meet her gaze, she immediately takes the opportunity to speak with you. "Greetings to you, bold warrior of Avernum. I am Jasmine, envoy from Silvar, official envoy. Can I trouble you for a moment of your time? Nobody else will speak with me." You are from Silvar? "I am, sent by Mayor Augustus personally, an official envoy, so you have to let me stay." Tell me about Silvar. "A beautiful city, fallen on harder and harder times, in need of help, not that anyone here will bother to send it." How long have you been here? "Weeks, and I will stay weeks more." Her voice grows conspicuously louder. "I will not go until we have received the help we demand and deserve." Have to let you stay? "I'm an official envoy, like I said, with the papers and everything, and it's part of the compact between the Crown and the cities. I am entitled to room, board, and a hearing in the castle. Until we get our aid, I am not going." Jasmine is still unhappily pacing the courtyard. She seems to grow more exhausted by the hour, and yet she refuses to give up. Such mad determination in the face of futility is very Avernite. How did you come to be here? "First I walked, then I traveled with a caravan, then I walked more. Then I got through Almaria even though they tried to make me, an official envoy, pay a toll. That took some shouting, and then more walking. It was quite a tale, and dangerous, but I'm here now." Almaria? "The city on the river to the east, grown fat and rich over the last century from bridge tolls. But they didn't get a coin from me." Were you ever attacked? "Of course. Zombies near Myrtus, bandits south of the Honeycomb, a giant spider on the road to the east. I almost died getting here, and I will be heard." And you want my help? "I do. My city, Silvar, is collapsing. Mayor Augustus can't keep control anymore. There are too many malcontents. They want to flee to the south, give up the war, and collapse the bridge. We need someone to come and restore order. If you find anyone in authority, can you get help for us, please? If we don't get aid, something terrible might happen." Why can't the city guard help? "They do what they can, but we don't have enough soldiers and the traitors are too many. Only a handful of soldiers could tip the balance, and we don't even get that." Collapse the bridge? "Silvar guards the lone bridge separating the invaded lands to the north from the rest of Avernum. If it was destroyed, yes, it would stop the Slith Horde's advance, for a while. But it would only be a temporary reprieve, and that would mean abandoning all of northern Avernum. It is too soon for that." Yes, very true. Collapsing the bridge, there would pretty much be no way for anyone to reach any of the entirety of the northeast of Avernum. I didn't realize... Jeez, I really did not realize how blockaded off it was. I mean, Avernum, yes, it's a series of caves, and in all honesty, many parts are pretty much only available to be reached by certain areas. The northwest area can only be reached through the Spire Fortress here. You can't really get up here anywhere any other way except over water. And apparently I don't think there's going to be any boats here. The Great Cave pretty much has the most entrances. Fort Saffron here, Fort Emerald here, Fort Remote over here, and the cave just east of Almaria here. And Almaria itself, technically. You break the bridge, you'd have to cross the river. The southeast area, pretty much you have this cave here and the bridge to the eastern gallery. There's no other way in there. And even there, smaller areas. Murdas can only be reached from those areas. The Tower Colony region, over only from there. The eastern gallery is, well, if you have boats, it's probably the weakest, since you can pretty much reach it from any direction. The only protection is from the east side, which is solid wall, and the north side, which only has 2 walls. And then you have the far northeast section of Avernum, which, well, again, those 2 are the only entrances. I mean, technically you could enter from here too, but that's blocked off by the river further west. Seriously though, destroying that bridge would actually, aside from boats, cut off almost the entirety of the eastern side of Avernum, aside from Myrtis and the Tower Colony, and the Great Portal. All honesty, the Eastern Gallery and the Great Cave are probably the strategically weakest areas, at least to defend. Anyway, that's enough of what little strategy I know. We may as well start over here. You meet a full commander of Avernum's army. She is very different from Sergeant Nickel. Her armor and skin bears the marks of recent skirmishes, and she is clearly eager to get out into the field again. She is short and stocky, with thick drakeskin armor and a beautiful bow of view from the surface. "You, the new one! I am Commander Mary Hugh. You must be looking for me. I always end up with the confused ones. This must indeed be the officer you were supposed to report to." She holds out her hand. "Your papers, transfer orders. Let's see them." "Here are my orders." She takes the papers, flips through them quickly, and jams them into a belt pouch. "Well, you are who I was told to expect. You don't look like much, but I hear you've shown signs of actual initiative. I can use that. There are a lot of messes in the Great Cave that need cleaning, and anyone worth anything has been sent to fight the Slizarakai. I'm going to send you out a lot. Hard, dangerous work, but it needs doing, and there are real rewards for it. I hope you're ready." "You sure I'm the right person for this job?" "Of course not. I mean, just look at you. But in these dark times, we use what we can as well as we can. Happily, your first task will be an easy one." You are now serving under Commander Mary Hugh. If you are ever unsure what to do or where to go, return to her for direction. Alright, what do I need to do first? "You're in luck. You're going to be allowed to use a pylon network. No walking around Avernum for you. You can use the pylons to travel from one cave to another in an instant. Go to the portal keep and report. They'll teach you how to use the pylons. Then walk back here to me. Or teleport. The fortress is just southwest of the castle. Just go outside to the road and follow the signs." In case you get lost, the location of the portal fortress is now marked on your world map. Yeah. What do I need to do when I get to the portal fortress? "Just go inside. Some wizard or alchemist or similar madman will teach you what to do." "Do you know how to use the pylons?" Let some wizard's toy tear me into bits and fling me through the tunnels? I hope not. You, on the other hand, will need to use them. I need you to be able to travel quickly." "Gee, thanks. Alright." Commander Mary Hugh paces back and forth in the hall, inspecting the defenses and shouting orders at anyone passing by. You suspect that she is eager to get back out into the field, but commanders rarely get that privilege. You get plenty of chances to admire her bow, the finest surface craftsmanship, rare and valuable down here. "Can you tell me about yourself?" She seems surprised, and a little annoyed. "I don't make a habit of sharing my life story with my inferiors. The only thing you should be asking me for is more orders. Anyway, it is a standard story. Born here, never been to the surface, signed up at a time of chaos, stayed in the army after the chaos passed. Defending my home suits me." "So you're a native of Avernum?" "It's less common these days. For years, fortune hunters came from the surface as fast as they could fit through the Great Portal. We can still be found. All 4 of my grandparents were deemed unfit by the Empire and sent down here." Something about her tone of voice suggested it would be unwise to ask what got them banished by the Empire. "What disaster got you to join the army?" "It was a time of shades. A mad Vahnatai called Rentar Irno created a host of specters and sea monsters to madden Avernum and tear it apart. A dark time, but all of us working together defeated the threat. Some would have you believe that Avernum's problems are only ever solved by rogue adventurers. Don't believe it. Well, some of the problems have indeed been, but yeah, it did take a lot of people and a lot of help. What is happening in Avernum? Panic and hunger, barely controlled. Chaos always simmering under the surface. It's ugly, but not violent. Every day, more people leave using the Great Portal. Needed supplies are sent using the same portal. As long as this continues, we can keep order. I could use more supplies. I will have the northern barracks unlocked for you. There's some equipment back there and a job board, too. If you need more equipment, go see Sem S, the castle quartermaster. He knows you're with us, so he'll talk to you. As for magical training, talk to Corellia. Both of them can be found across the courtyard to the west. I found an old scroll in a goblin lair. She takes the scroll and looks it over. Ah, you found that in the goblin lair? Looks like Sliff script, but it isn't. Probably nothing, but you might want to show it around in Ness. Someone there might recognize the style of writing. We'll keep that in mind. We'll head to Ness whenever we get a chance. And someone named Jasmine is looking for help for Sylvar. Ah, she's still here, and she has you wasting my time too. If the mayor hadn't sent her personally, I would have kicked her out myself. Sylvar is out of my area, out of my control. Even if I wanted to send someone there, I couldn't. Don't mention her again. Alright then, alright. Can we take any of this? No, we cannot. And then here is stairway up. We'll go there eventually. These are the barracks. Yeah. Sheet of papyrus and a pipe. Ah, the job board. Bands of grave robbers have recently been seen despoiling the memorial grounds west of the castle. This defilement of our heritage must not be allowed. At least 2 bands of these thugs have been sighted by roving patrol. Destroy one group and report your success to Commander Hugh. Knew we'd have something like that. Giant spiders have infested the woods surrounding the road northwest of the castle. These creatures have not begun to ambush the caravans yet, but it is only a matter of time. Locate and destroy 15 spiders to collect the bounty. Report success to Commander Hugh. You may also keep any spider meat you obtain. Well, we killed 3, but I don't think that counts. A letter has been pinned to the job board. It is addressed to Sage Angela, lower portal. There is no more information given. No mention is made of a reward. There is a package on the floor by the board. It is addressed to Reginaldo, Fisher Post. The box is covered with scorch marks. Someone has scrawled on an unburnt area. Someone else can deliver this one. I don't care how good the reward is. I'm not going to get past the booby traps for it. Booby traps at the Fisher Post? I feel like that's over here somewhere. I feel like this is probably more stairs up. No, it's not. Ah, supplies. And one of those. And it looks like we also have a lamp and javelins. Nothing of use. At least not there. Oop. Yeah, those are stairs up. Alright. You know what? I'll take a look around the outside here. Throne room. Let me guess. This is one of King Starus' royal guard. A serious warrior, one of the best, and completely uninterested in any distraction. Your feeble attempt to start a conversation fizzles out almost instantly. Yeah, we can't go in there. Didn't need to talk to you. Stairway up, not gonna bother with that. It's that passage. More of this throne room, can't go in there. The outside edge here. Stairway here. Stairway there. Okay. Alright, let's go back around. We'll head to the southern area and go... It's a reverse direction of what I normally do, but it's fine. There are several bureaucrats in this office, shuffling along a small portion of the paperwork that keeps Avernum running. Even in the underworld on the frontier of human existence, there are records. They are surprisingly eager to speak with you, but they know very little of what is going on outside these walls. They never touch any military information. Visitors' dining hall. This is the castle ballroom. It was once used to host parties and banquets, so that Avernum could prove that it was a civilized nation. Of course, potentates from the Empire were never impressed. Now that the rugs have been rolled up and the paintings have been put in storage, this is where the soldiers and visitors to the castle can come for a quick meal before setting back out into the caves. You can always come here for a little bit of food. No more than you need. Not even in the castle is a single scrap allowed to go to waste. The dining hall is filled with soldiers, couriers, caravan drivers, and so on, each grabbing a small precious meal before returning to the roads of Avernum. You speak with them for a short time, trading tales and sharing gossip. They give you an idea of how chaotic and dangerous things in Avernum have become. It is interesting, but it doesn't make you feel reassured. Quite the opposite. These days in Avernum, having a job handing out food can be very dangerous. That is probably why the head chef of the castle is a huge muscular man with a large, vicious cleaver hanging from his belt. When he sees you, he waves you over and checks the insignia on your shoulder.
New soldier here, eh? Well, you'd better get to know me. I'm Canox. Come get rations from me before you head out. But I warn you, don't get greedy.
You're in charge of the rations here? He nods.
Semes, the quartermaster, he handles the blades and the armor and the wands and whatnot. But if it's food, it goes through me. And I am fair. That's why I have the honor.
What do you serve?
Because of the blight, we have very few mushrooms. And since that's where most of our food came from, either eaten by us or the lizards we eat, that's a real problem. I have fish, what little mushroom meal we have left, some stringy lizard meat, and what little comes to town to us through the great portal. It should last, but it will be close.
I can get food here?
All soldiers based here can. Not enough to make you happy, but enough so you can fight. And don't ask for more. Don't waste your strength.
You are fair?
I am. Everyone wants more. Commanders, generals, majors. They all have a reason why they're so important that I should let them get fat. And I always say no. King or commoner, in my kitchen you eat the same. Starus wants it to be that way everywhere. He is a wise man.
How does that make him wise?
We are all Avernites. We're a family. We rise or sink together, and we can't stay together if everyone resents how much their neighbor is eating. King Starus is a wise man.
I agree with him. In times of crisis, you have to be fair like this. You can't let someone eat more just because they're more important. When it comes to food and lives, everyone is equal. Canox is carrying a tray of food around the hall, parceling it out to soldiers and caravan drivers. Roast lizard haunch, dried fish, mushroom meal rolls. He hands the bounty out in measured amounts. How are the food supplies holding out?
Sorry, you have to be a higher rank before you can get that information. It's not something we talk about.
Can I have some food? Canox nods.
You're due.
He gives you a roll made of mushroom meal. Avernite bread is dry, bitter stuff, but it maintains life.
Make it last. That's it for you today.
That's all I need.
You have enough? Don't hear that often. Good day to you.
And a roll. Yeah, use that. We need the food. That probably leads up to... yeah. Let's see. Coins, some dried meat. And I don't think we need the rest of that. And that leaves this corner here. There's that, and in here is absolutely nothing. That was pointless. You had heard rumors that there was an actual Vahnatai living in the castle. They were actually true. He is standing right before you. There are very few members of that ancient and alien race of cave dwellers in Avernum. This one sits here in surprisingly sparse quarters surrounded by a few pieces of their alien furniture. He looks up at you as you enter. His mouth twists slightly, though you don't know anywhere near enough about the Vahnatai to know what that expression means. Huh. You get a closer look at the Vahnatai, who has made the castle his home for over 20 years. He sits on a stone chair, staring deeply into the crystal before him. For the Vahnatai, crystals are the heart of both magic and religion. He is wrapped in a thin, translucent cloak, their traditional garb. The fabric shimmers slowly in the dim light, changing color every moment. Then he ends his meditation and looks up at you.
A visitor, not a surprise. I am Gol Irno. It is nice to have those to talk to at the end.
What is your purpose in the castle?
I am a... diplomat is not the right word. I can talk to Vahnatai of different clans, groups, tribes. I carry messages from them to the castle and back, so the humans can keep from overly enraging their kinds.
Courier! That's the word you're looking for. You're a courier. How did you come to be here?
I came during the... You call it the time of shades. A time of violence between my people and yours. Very sad. Once here, I saw I should stay.
How do you communicate with them? Do you travel?
No, I communicate from here. We have many ways.
He doesn't elaborate. I'm guessing communication crystals. We've seen some of them in previous games. The humans enrage the Vahnatai?
When you infringe upon our lands, when our presence exhausts the caves, we will not hibernate and let them regenerate. A talent your kind lacks, alas. But when you move into our lands while we sleep, we can be irked upon awakening. Such a thing recently happened in the low caverns to the north, but that was settled happily and peacefully.
How is that settled?
The Blight, the attack of the Slitzerakai, the human invaders fled for their lives and the Vahnatai seized their land. Ah, you might not find that to be a happy conclusion. Ah well.
So I guess the northern territories have been mostly abandoned, thanks to the Blight, and of course the... Wait. Is that where the Slith came up from? They came up through those lower caverns? Oh dear. Gal Irno stares up at you calmly.
You would speak with me? More calm observation and reflection before the end of things? I would not object.
You said something about the end?
Avernum has faced many crises, but this one... We Vahnatai have lived through this story before. We know how it ends. But such talk I have found causes aggravation among your kind. I will not speak further, except to say this. Everything ends.
There's something else I would like to know.
About me or my people? Well...
He looks at the insignia on your shoulder.
The humans here can grow irritable if I spend too much time speaking with the lower classes. Perhaps you should go. I will return to my meditation. Pardon. Good day.
Alright then. Well, let's see if there's anything of interest in here. Waveblade, 8 to 24. Very handy. Take it. Let's see. Vahnatai Cloak. That's gonna be useful. Okay, some energetic herbs. And the fine cleaver can go to Anar. And the steel dagger can be sold. And in here, when you get close to this crystal, you see dim flickering shapes inside. For a moment you imagine someone is inside looking out at you. Then a powerful headache explodes inside your skull. The migraine is so fast and intense that it takes a great effort not to vomit. You stagger away. After all of his years here, the castle must be aware that Gal Irno has this device. It has wards on it to keep you away. You maintain a safe distance. Ooh, piercing crystals. Handy. Okay then. Now to the magic area. And this area. Quartermaster. By approaching this counter, you become part of a tradition stretching back to the earliest days of the castle. Trying to pry desperately needed supplies out of the hands of an unsympathetic quartermaster. The armed Slitzerakai behind the counter says,
Issue. News had come of new transfers. Semes was told of your face, and here you are. Semes can trade, can give more supplies, can give... is called a per diem, but no more. Little to trade here. Supplies are short.
Can I have my per diem?
Yes. Money for expenses. Can't give every day, but can give as time passes.
Semes counts out a small pile of silver coins for you. Can I have more supplies?
No. No word comes of you doing enough. Do more and you get more.
I'd like to trade with you.
Yes, good. You barter. Give what you found, get what you need. Restock our supplies. Is good. We'll buy, we'll sell. What do you want?
Oh, he's got a lot of stuff that we could use. The Quartermasters, yeah, they would have stuff we could use, but we don't need any of it right now. Save our money. Something to sell, yes. A steel dagger, a gold bar, and a couple flawed crystals we found. Thank you for the coins. Alright. Nothing really in there. And that leads upstairs. Alright. And now the magic area. Lower laboratory. One of the sad side effects of the castle being so cramped is that the magical facilities, like the small alchemical laboratory, are so close to the dining hall and storage rooms. And yet the system has worked for decades. A middle-aged sage is here, mixing reagents and reducing mixtures. Despite her many years doing this hazardous work, she has escaped serious scarring or burning. Only faint green stains on her fingers mark her occupation. When you enter, she turns and smiles. I am Sage Corellia, alchemist and magical archivist. I was warned of your arrival and told to give you assistance. Such assistance as your rank merits, anyway. What is this workshop for? Research. Samples are brought to me for analysis. Diseased mushrooms, unusual new monsters, and so on. I examine them for the benefit of my superiors. I also make the odd potion when someone important needs it quickly. There are better places than Avernum for such work, but King Starus likes for some things to be done here. Where else does magical research take place? Mostly in Patrick's Tower to the southwest and the Tower Colony to the east. Anything large or explosive or dangerous is done there, far from the castle. You'll find lots of quality wizards there, many from the surface. Also, I apologize if you saw a little something appear down here. Unfortunately, due to the way the recording software doesn't quite work fully with this, I have to play it in a window, or it just doesn't pick it up. So unfortunately, little alerts like that are going to be popping up. I apologize for this in advance. Why do wizards come down from the surface? Empire law is desperately strict about who can do magic and how much they can do. Any ambitious wizard who wants to do something exciting, they come to us. It's a great asset. Unless they're insane. Well, of course. Why does King Starus have research done here? He and Levitt, his spy master, there are some things they want to see themselves or to have examined under their direct supervision. I'm not saying they don't trust the Tower Colony, but... Corellia wanders around her workshop, chopping herbs, stirring pots of boiling goop, and checking the cell. Occasionally, she checks to see if you need any assistance. How long have you been here? Oh, for so long. Too long. Since Roan brought me here during the time of Shades. He thought I could help find a way to defeat those creatures. I did, and they haven't let me leave since. Roan. A great wizard. One of the first, a hero of Avernum. You know, when a wizard reaches a certain level of power, they tend to not to die until they decide that it's their time. 5 years ago, Roan, he decided. She turns and discreetly wipes her eyes with her sleeve. That's sad. Roan was a little quirky, but he was a powerful wizard, and in his obscure way, he did help a lot. It's a pity such a great wizard passed away. Man, Avernum has been going on for a while, hasn't it? The time of Shades? Her voice takes on the practiced tone of one who has told the story many times. When the mad Vahnatai Rentar Irno attempted to take her vengeance upon Avernum, she created 3 powerful shades with the ability to madden anyone near them and inflicted them upon our cities. Working with several adventurers, I found a weakness in those creatures which led to their destruction. For that, I was honored, etc. It's a long tale, and I don't think it's a good time to wallow in tales of Avernum's sorrow. Can I purchase any potions? Oh, no, I would get into trouble. Semes next door insisted all such acids, as he calls them, go through him. Can I receive training? Of course. You are authorized. I can make magical learning available to you. Sadly, since supplies are limited, you will need to provide compensation for the materials we will use. Also, should you ever attain the rank of Lieutenant, I can make a new class of rituals available to you. Lieutenant, eh? We'll keep that in mind. Can you teach holy rituals? I'm afraid I can't, but Asta can. She's upstairs. She would like, I am sure, a distraction from her other work. Alright, let's learn some magic. Not much. Improve Bolt of Fire a bit, I guess. And learn slow, so we have that. Anything else? Oh goody, haste. Haste improves all allies. Oh, I am happy of that. I'm not going to improve that right now. I don't need to learn anything else. Alright. That's all we need right now. Oh, wow, that is barely noticeable. Portal pylon, please leave arrival platform clear. Touch! And that's the stairway up. Well, this episode has gone on long enough, honestly. I'd like to continue exploring upstairs, but honestly, I don't know how long it'll take. So, next episode we'll explore upstairs and go to the portal area. We may as well. That'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chestic44. That is Ortas, Michael, Anar, and Rika. This has been an Avernum 6 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.